Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside is 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So USC's offense will take the field first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got it in the middle at Sanders. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Off play action. Wiggles free. Finds his big tight end. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Punt is in the air. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Cornhuskers offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have...
Turning it on! Gets away from one, finds room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented. You saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Got enough space. Touchdown, Nebraska! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a little trickery. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his man, it's Lemon.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a mid-season quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Mayava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he is going to put up Heisman numbers.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man, it's Sanders. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Lost to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sanders. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. There he goes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. A really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. He marched 78 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Cornhuskers can really attack on this second and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Zings it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And the Huskers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They feed him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Barney. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. Trying to find the end zone. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On second and goal, he gets another chance. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. These guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You've got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Rides to back and leaves it. Jukes his way for more. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the Stix with a first down. It was jarring to think of USC in the Big Ten, but a year after Caleb Williams, even more problematic, the number of losses. It's year 4 under Lincoln Riley, and they need some improvement.
And it's got to come on offense, ironically enough. That's one thing that you're used to saying about Lincoln Riley. They're constantly explosive. Quarterbacks are always winning Heisman trophies. That wasn't the case. That consistency wasn't there, David, and they need to get back to that.
Yeah, I'm so used to watching them just explode and them take people apart. And last year started hot with LSU, but then they fell off the rails. So do they get that explosive nature back? And is USC the brand? Is it going to be back, or does it mean worse things for that coaching staff?
After the run, now to throw. That's caught. It's Jordan. Hauled down, but they'll move the Stix as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Sanders. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration out front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. To the air, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Trojans will call on their punt team. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Gives it on the option. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Bonner. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Good timing on the quick out. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go in that QB sneak on 3rd down, guys. He was trying to push and trying to drive, but he was just running into a wall. Nice job by the defense.
The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the 1st down, looking for more. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Lemon.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Snagged out of the air. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jordan. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrated. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. And right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, third and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
And as he throws. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Plenty of distance between them and the Stix here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Snagged in the middle, it's Key. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Caught in the backfield, it's Barney. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down. Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it, but with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Mayava. It's complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start. There he goes! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And the Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to ride this running back.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Snap it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
To the air, it's Raiola. Caught, close to the marker, it's Barney. Touchdown, Husker! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Out of the gun to give to the back. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Trying to set up the screen. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll move the tight end. He'll keep it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. It's complete on the right side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the 2nd half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Raiola. He's got an open man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
And the Huskers are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
The Huskers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Nebraska! And the route is on. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun to give, looking for room. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Trojans come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll sneak it. Makes it past the marker.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and let's see what they do to finish off this drive.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jordan. Breaks into the open. Sweet spin. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Finds his man. It's Strachan. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Mayava. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Trojans. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll try the run. Creates a little space. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the Stix.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The Cornhuskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll move the wide receiver. They want the edge on the jet sweep. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Hey, if you don't want to mess with the defensive line, this is how you do it. Attack the perimeter right now. Get it to your fast guy. That is a hard play to stop for a negative play or for 1 yard. This offense knew it. They got on the perimeter, and they got the first down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Pucks it out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to sneak it. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Got it in the middle. It's Strachan. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Mayava. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch. The USC.
USC, number 17, with the grab and the score.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
All right, defense, if they score, it's a wrap. It's over. So we got to find a way. I know the clock's our enemy, but we got to find a way to get a stop, put ourselves in a position we can get the ball with some clock.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Try to tack on one more. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's Mayava. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
So now it's 2nd and long. The sure hands. It's Lemon. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got the tight end. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. The short hands, it's Sanders. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Martin out of bounds at the 25. And a 1st down for the offense.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Unleashes one deep. And the pass will be incomplete. Looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over.